Inside Unmanned Systems. We're here at the AUVSI show in Houston, and now I am talking with Jack Mawson with SBG Systems. Thank you, Jack, so much for joining us. Appreciate you taking the time.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah. So I just want to talk a bit about, kind of what you're highlighting at the show and kind of what makes your technology stand out. So to start with, what are you highlighting here at the show this year?
So SBG Systems, we make IMU and INS systems, some AHR systems in the middle, but it's a stack of gyroscopes, accelerometers, magnetometers, and GPS. So you get orientation, position, heading. For the most part, that's the roundup or a navigation or a pointing solution.
All right, very good. And I guess can you talk a bit about what problem is your technology solving and how is it changing what's possible for your customers?
So the problem that our technology attacks or goes after is stabilization and navigation. So if you have, being a camera would be a good function of this show, that you got a camera on a UAV that needs to stay steady. Our products will hold that gimbal steady and make it look as if nothing's moving and you're holding target. Or you take that one step further and you're on the payload itself and it needs to go from point A to point B, and you need to program that function. So you need to understand how you're in flight, where you're moving, and where you are in overall position.
Okay, very cool. So I guess what would you say, you talked about autonomy, what's the biggest challenge you see ahead in terms of autonomous and unmanned systems? And how are you preparing for that?
Yeah, the preparation part, that's
that's a big one.
That's a big one, yeah. So we did a speech yesterday for PNT, which is essentially using the navigation sensor and then having to go GPS denied. That is on the forefront of everybody's conversation. That's kind of the big topic this year. How we're going to attack that is going after partners. So we're using visual partners, star mappers, sun mappers, ground lookers, and then just the orientation or the system itself holding steady when the GPS goes out. And that really comes down to the software or the algorithms that are built into the system, and that's what separates SBG from some of the others.
Yeah, very good. So where do you see as the most exciting opportunities for growth in the next year, 2 years?
The growth always comes from innovation. So SBG does a really good job of finding what's new on the forefront, testing it in before it's even ready to go to market, preparing for that, and then implementing it into our systems as it is ready to go to market. So we're always on the cutting edge of the most accurate, the newest technology, integrating the newest technologies that are available and make them all one package, one sensor.
Okay, very good. And so for anyone who's visiting your booth this week or who's watching this video, what's the main takeaway that you'd want them to get about SBG Systems?
I think my main takeaway would be trying to figure out what project the customer is looking to tackle and what we have to answer that. So it could be just raw IMU, it could be full INS, it could be AHRS solution. We also are a unique system where we are one of the only INS manufacturers that will take in third-party GPS or GNSS, irregardless. So it could be M-code, SASM, or it could just be the existing payload has a GNSS and you don't need to reinvent the wheel and do it twice. So that's one of our biggest takeaways, is I just want to make sure that I know what the customer is looking for and I can point them in the best possible direction of what we offer.
Okay, very good. Well, thank you so much for taking the time, stopping by and chatting with us. Great to chat. For more from the show, visit InsideUnmannedSystems.com.